All right, so we're back with chord change exercises that you should be working on at home. And we're gonna work on changing from the chord D to A. And with both the D and the A chord, your first finger is going to be in the second fret of the G string. So this is D. So with D, your first finger is down in the second fret on the G string. Your second finger is going to be right underneath it in the same fret, in the second fret on the E string, and then your third finger is going to go down on the third fret of the B string, and you're going to play from the D string down. And you want to play all four of those notes one at a time. To get from A from here, what you're going to do is you're going to lift up your 2 and your 3. You're going to slide your first finger down. It's still going to be in the second fret, but you're going to move it back to the bottom end of the fret because you're going to have to fit your second and third fingers around it in the same fret. So your second finger is actually going to go down in the second fret of the D string, and your third finger is going to go down in the second fret of the B string, and you're going to start from A, and you're going to play from A down, and that is A. So now we're going to go back to D by lifting up our 2 and our 3, sliding our first finger up kind of towards the middle of the fret. It's going to stay on the same string. We're still on the G string. Now we're going to put our second finger down in the second fret on the E string. Then our third finger is going to go down in the third fret of the B string, and that is D. And we're going to play from the D string down, and then we're going to go back to A. So we're going to lift up 2 and 3, slide our first finger back to the bottom of the second fret, but it's still on the G string. We're going to put our second finger down in the second fret, but on the D string, and our third finger is going to go down in the second fret of the B string, and this is our A. All right, so that is D and A, and what I want you to do is watch the next minute or so of this tutorial to do the chord changes at home. So I'm going to change between D and A for about 1 minute. And as you go on and as you practice these at home, you should be able to do maybe you can only do 10 in a minute, but then each week that you do it, try to get a little bit more and time yourself for about 1 minute. So to review, we're going to put our first finger down in the second fret on the G string, and this is where it's going to stay for both chords. So to start, we're going to play D. So we have our first finger down on the G string in the second fret, then we're going to put our second finger down in the second fret of the E string, and our third finger down in the third fret of the B string. We're going to play from D down. Then to get to A, we're going to lift up our 2 and our 3, slide our first finger back towards the bottom of the second fret, but keep it on the G string. Then you're going to put your 2 in the second fret on the D string, and your 3 in the second fret on the B string, and you're going to strum from A down. Okay, then to get back to D, you got to lift up 2 and 3, move up your 1, put it kind of towards the middle of the second fret, then you're going to put your 2 down in the second fret of the E string, put your 3 down in the third fret of the B string, play from D down. Okay, get back to A, you're going to lift up 2 and 3, slide it back, it's still on the G string in the second fret, then you're going to put 2 on the D string in the second fret, and you're going to put 3 down in the second fret of the B string, and you're going to strum from A down. So now let's try to take that a little bit quicker. Back to D, back to A, back to D, back to A, more, but try to do this at least 4 times a week and time yourself for about a minute and see how many you can do in a minute.